10 BYD cars quietly overtook Tesla, and almost nobody saw it coming. While you were watching Elon Musk dominate headlines, BYD was outselling Tesla globally, moving over 1.7 million fully electric vehicles in a single year. That's more than the entire population of Philadelphia buying a BYD. You heard that right. And the cars doing it? They're not cheap knockoffs. They're stunning, loaded with technology that makes some Teslas look dated, and priced in a way that makes the math impossible to ignore. Starting with number 10, this one will surprise you. 10. BYD Atto 3. You might expect the car that starts this list to be modest, a safe, forgettable entry-level EV that checks boxes without turning heads. The BYD Atto 3 is none of that. This is the car that quietly walked into markets across Europe, Australia, and Asia and made buyers wonder why they were still considering anything else at this price point. The design hits you first. The Atto 3 wears BYD's ocean aesthetic, with a sculpted hood, sharp LED lighting, and a stance that looks like it belongs a segment above what you're paying for. Step inside, and the interior stops you cold. A flowing dashboard with organic wave-like panels, a rotating 12.8-inch infotainment display, and ambient lighting that wraps the cabin in a premium feel most competitors don't offer until you're spending $20,000 more. The seats are wide, the materials are soft, and nothing feels like it was cut to meet a budget. But the real tension isn't the looks, it's what's hiding underneath. BYD built the Atto 3 on their proprietary blade battery technology, a lithium iron phosphate cell structure so safe it passed the brutal nail penetration test without catching fire or even smoking. That's not a small detail. That's the kind of engineering that makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about EV safety. The powertrain delivers 204 horsepower, pushes you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, and offers a real-world range of up to 260 miles on a single charge. It supports DC fast charging, getting you from 10 to 80% in under 40 minutes. And the price? In most markets, the Atto 3 starts under $38,000 fully loaded with technology that would cost you significantly more wearing a Tesla badge. This is just car number 10. And if BYD opened this list with a vehicle this compelling, what they saved for the top spots is something else entirely. 9. BYD M9. If the Atto 3 made you question your assumptions, the M9 is about to shatter them completely. This is BYD's full-size luxury SUV, the one they built to tell the world they weren't just competing with Tesla. They were coming from Mercedes, BMW, and every other nameplate that spent decades owning the premium space. The M9 commands attention before you even open the door. It's a large, broad-shouldered SUV with a frameless grille, flush door handles, and a roofline that flows into a panoramic glass ceiling, stretching nearly the full length of the cabin. Inside, you're not sitting in a car, you're sitting in a statement. The second and third rows recline into near-flat positions. The ambient lighting system offers over 250 color options. And the centerpiece is a 15.6-inch rotating touchscreen that pivots to face any row of passengers. This is a living room on wheels, and BYD knows it. But here's where the tension builds. Luxury interiors are easy to fake. What you can't fake is engineering. The M9 runs on BYD's latest E-platform architecture, offering both a plug-in hybrid variant and a fully electric version. The pure electric configuration produces over 500 horsepower across its dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds, and delivers a range of over 400 miles. It also supports fast charging, and the PHEV variant extends that flexibility even further for buyers who aren't ready to go fully electric. The DiPilot Intelligent Driving Suite comes standard adaptive cruise, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, and a highway assist system that genuinely reduces driver fatigue on long hauls. And the price lands around $67,000 to start. For a 3-row luxury SUV with this technology stack, that number should feel impossible. It doesn't, because BYD built it to be real. The M9 proves BYD can play at the top, but the next car proves they can dominate the middle ground too, and that might be even more dangerous. 8. BYD Seal 07. You've seen BYD do luxury, Now watch them do performance wrapped in a body so sharp it doesn't look like it came from the same company that built family SUVs. The Seal 07 is a fastback crossover that sits in the space between sedan and SUV, and it owns that space completely. The exterior is aggressive without being loud. A steeply raked roofline, a near-flush body surface, and a full-width LED light bar front and rear give it a silhouette that turns heads at highway speed. Inside, the cabin is driver-focused, a 12.3-inch digital cluster, a 15.6-inch central display, and a flat-bottom steering wheel that reminds you this car was designed to be driven, not just ridden in. But the tension lives under the hood. The Seal 07 is built on BYD's E-Platform 3.0, the same architecture that handles thermal management, battery efficiency, and performance optimization simultaneously. The dual-motor all-wheel drive variant produces 390 horsepower, fires from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds, and returns a range of over 320 miles. DC fast charging takes it from 10 to 80% in roughly 27 minutes. It also gets BYD's iTAC Intelligent Torque Control System technology that predicts wheel slip before it happens and redistributes power in milliseconds. That's not a feature you expect at this price point. That's supercar engineering trickling down into a $35,000 crossover. The Seal 07 starts at approximately $42,000 for the dual-motor variant. For a fastback crossover with this power, this range, and this level of intelligent driving technology, that price makes Tesla's Model Y look like it's overcharging you. And if you think that's bold, wait until you see what BYD did with 3 rows and a family-sized footprint. 7. BYD Tang L. Most 3-row SUVs make you choose either you get space or you get performance. The BYD Tang L decided that was a false choice and then built something that proves it. The Tang L is a full-size 7-seat SUV with a presence that fills your rearview mirror. The exterior carries BYD's latest design language, a wide, dominant front fascia, flush door handles, a sleek panoramic roof, and a rear end that looks cleaner and more expensive than anything near its price tag. The interior is where it earns its place on this list. Quilted seating surfaces, a dual-screen cockpit layout, a 15.6-inch rotating center display, and a third row that actually fits adults. BYD didn't compromise the back seats to make the front look good. Here's the tension. A 7-seat SUV this polished should cost you significantly more. Most buyers assume family vehicles sacrifice driving dynamics for practicality. The Tang L disagrees loudly. The fully electric variant runs dual motors producing over 500 horsepower, pushes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds, and delivers a range of approximately 330 miles. The plug-in hybrid variant adds flexibility, giving you an electric-only range of over 70 miles before the combustion engine steps in. The D-Pilot driver assistance system manages highway driving, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and intelligent cruise control, all standard. The over-the-air update system means the car you drive 2 years from now will be more capable than the one you bought. Pricing starts around $60,000 for the fully electric Tang L. For a 7-seat SUV with supercar acceleration, a flagship interior, and a technology suite that rivals vehicles costing twice as much, that number is almost uncomfortable to say out loud. But the Tang L isn't here to be comfortable. It's here to make you question every other 3-row SUV you've ever considered. The next car strips away the extra rows, sharpens the focus, and delivers one of the most complete electric sedans on the planet. 6. BYD Seal. This is the one that made Tesla nervous. Not because it outsold the Model 3 in multiple markets, though it did, but because when you put them side by side, the Seal doesn't just compete. It wins on almost every line of the spec sheet. The design is built around BYD's Ocean aesthetic, a low, wide stance, a fastback roofline, frameless windows, and a front end with a full-width LED signature that looks like it's been pulled from a concept car. The interior is clean and architectural. A 15.6-inch rotating touchscreen dominates the center console. The ambient lighting wraps the cabin in a soft glow. And the flat floor made possible by BYD's cell-to-body battery integration gives every passenger more room than the exterior dimensions suggest. And that cell-to-body technology, is where the tension peaks. BYD didn't just put a battery in the Seal. They made the blade battery a structural part of the car's floor, increasing rigidity, lowering the center of gravity, and eliminating the weight of a separate battery casing. The result is a car that handles with a precision that doesn't feel like a coincidence. The rear-wheel drive variant produces 313 horsepower. The dual-motor all-wheel drive version hits 530 horsepower, launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, and still delivers a range of over 300 miles. DC fast charging brings it from 10 to 80% in approximately 26 minutes. The iTAC torque vectoring system, standard on AWD variants, reads road conditions 10 times per second and adjusts power distribution before your body even registers a slide. That is not marketing language. That is physics working in your favor. Pricing starts at approximately $32,000. The Performance AWD tops out under $45,000. You're getting Model 3 performance at a price that makes the comparison almost unfair. But if you thought the Seal pushed boundaries, the next car doesn't even acknowledge that boundaries exist. 5. BYD Shark 6. Nobody expected BYD to build a pickup truck, and nobody expected it to be this good. The Shark 6 arrived like a quiet earthquake in a segment that thought it was untouchable, and it changed the conversation overnight. The design is muscular and intentional. A wide, commanding hood, a bold front fascia with sharp LED daytime running lights, flared wheel arches, and a bed that's built for actual work. But slide into the cab, and the aggression softens into refinement. A large floating touchscreen, premium upholstered seating, a panoramic sunroof, and a cabin that competes directly with the interior of trucks costing significantly more. BYD understood that modern truck buyers don't want to sacrifice comfort for capability. Here's where the tension builds. Truck buyers are the most loyal, most skeptical segment in the automotive world. They've heard promises before. The Shark 6 doesn't make promises, it makes numbers. The plug-in hybrid powertrain combines a turbocharged combustion engine with dual electric motors to produce a combined system output of 430 horsepower and over 630 pound-feet of torque. It tows up to 11,000 pounds. It hauls over a ton of payload. And it does 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 5.7 seconds, which, for a truck this size, is the kind of stat that silences a room. The electric-only range sits at around 63 miles, meaning most daily drivers may never burn a drop of fuel. The four-wheel drive system includes dedicated off-road modes, a differential lock, and terrain management that handles everything from sand to rock crawl without drama. Pricing starts at approximately $40,000. In a segment where comparable trucks routinely push past $60,000, the Shark 6 doesn't just undercut the competition, it embarrasses it. You've now seen BYD conquer crossovers, sedans, SUVs, and trucks, but they weren't finished. The next car proves that BYD's ambition has no ceiling and no segment is safe. 4. BYD Sealion 7. You've watched BYD dominate sedans, trucks, and family SUVs. Now they're coming for the premium SUV coupe segment, the space that Porsche, BMW, and Tesla have owned without serious competition. The Sealion 7 just ended that comfort. The exterior is athletic and deliberate. A sloping roofline that flows into a fastback tail, a sealed front fascia with no grille because it doesn't need one sharp character lines down the flanks, and available dual-tone paintwork that makes it look like it rolled out of a European design studio. Inside, the cabin is upscale and tech-forward. A 15.6-inch central display, a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, premium leatherette surfaces, and panoramic glass overhead that floods the interior with light. This is a car you want to be seen in. But here's the tension. SUV coupes at this level typically punish you on range to deliver performance. BYD refused that trade-off. The Sealion 7 is built on E-Platform 3.0 with an 800-volt charging architecture, meaning when you plug into a compatible fast charger, you're adding roughly 150 miles of range in just 15 minutes. The dual-motor all-wheel drive system produces 430 horsepower, rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, and delivers a real-world range of over 300 miles. Smart Parking Assist, a 360-degree camera system, over-the-air updates, and BYD's full di-pilot driver assistance suite come standard. This isn't a stripped-down entry point to the brand. This is BYD at full confidence. Pricing starts at approximately $47,000. Comparable SUV coupes from German brands start at $65,000 and climb fast. The Sealion 7 doesn't meet them halfway. It undercuts them completely, while outperforming them on nearly every technical metric. The Sealion 7 proves BYD can own the premium space. But the next car doesn't just own a segment, it redefines what a flagship electric sedan looks like. 3. BYD Han. This is the car that started the conversation nobody in the West wanted to have. The BYD Han is a full-size executive sedan, and when it launched, it didn't just challenge the Tesla Model S. It made buyers genuinely reconsider whether the Model S was still worth the premium. The Han wears BYD's dragon-face design language with authority. A long hood, a low fastback roofline, a wide front end with a full-width LED light bar, and proportions that communicate power without shouting it. Step inside, and the craftsmanship is immediate. Genuine wood inlays, Napa leather seating, a 14.6-inch rotating central display, a 12.3-inch driver display, and a cabin that feels hand-assembled rather than factory-built. This is not an interior you expect from a brand that many Western consumers are still discovering. But the tension is in the performance numbers. The Han EV's top-spec dual-motor all-wheel drive configuration produces 609 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour arrives in 3.7 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to 125 miles per hour. Range on the long wheelbase variant reaches over 400 miles. DC fast charging via an 800-volt compatible system pushes it from 10 to 80% in under 25 minutes. The D-Pilot system on the Han includes NFC key functionality, face recognition entry, highway navigation assist, and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection. BYD also integrated the Blade battery as a structural floor component, the same cell-to-body approach used in the Seal, giving the Han a rigidity and low center of gravity that directly improves handling at speed. Pricing starts at approximately $55,000 for the base EV variant. The Performance AWD sits around $65,000. A Tesla Model S starts at over $74,000 and delivers comparable performance figures. The math is not subtle. The Han is a masterpiece, but BYD has two more cars above it, and what comes next doesn't just compete with luxury, it redefines it entirely. 2. BYD Yangwang U8L. Everything up to this point has been impressive. The Yangwang U8L is something else. This is BYD's ultra-luxury SUV built under the Yangwang sub-brand, which exists for one reason: to prove there is no ceiling on what BYD can engineer. The exterior is massive and imposing, a full-size luxury SUV with a presence that makes Range Rovers look understated. Clean, broad body panels, a sealed front end with a dramatic LED light signature, flush door handles, and a roofline that tapers elegantly into a fastback tail. Inside, the U8L is opulent in a way that demands you slow down and take it in. Quilted leather on every surface. A rear cabin configured for executive comfort with reclining second-row seats. A massive rear entertainment system, ambient lighting throughout, and a level of acoustic insulation that makes the outside world disappear the moment the doors close. But the technology is where the tension becomes almost overwhelming. The U8L is equipped with BYD's DSIS intelligent hydraulic body control system, an active suspension that reads road surfaces in real time and adjusts each corner of the car independently, delivering a ride quality that floats over imperfections while staying planted through corners. And then there's the feature that stops every conversation cold: tank turn. The U8L can rotate 360 degrees on its own axis by spinning its front and rear axles in opposite directions. You heard that right. This 60,000-pound SUV can spin in place like a turntable. The quad-motor powertrain produces over 1,100 horsepower combined. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in 3.6 seconds. It's also rated for water fording up to approximately 3 feet, making it genuinely amphibious in conditions that would strand virtually every other luxury SUV on the market. Pricing starts at approximately $150,000. That positions it directly against the Bentley Bentayga, the Range Rover SV Autobiography, and the Mercedes-Maybach GLS. The difference is that none of those vehicles can spin in place, wade through floodwater, and hit 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. The U8L is extraordinary, but BYD saved one more card, and it's the one that makes everything else make sense. BYD Yangwang U7. By now, you've seen BYD match Tesla. You've seen it undercut luxury brands. You've seen it build machines that don't just compete, they dominate. But the Yangwang U7 isn't here to compete with anything you know. It's here to reset the entire conversation. The first thing you notice is the shape. Low, wide, and impossibly sleek. This is a full-size electric sedan designed like a hypercar. Active aerodynamic elements are built into the body, adjusting in real time to reduce drag or increase downforce. The front end is sharp and deliberate. The rear is sculpted like it belongs on a track weapon, and the stance sits so planted, it feels like the car is gripping the road even when it's standing still. Step inside, and the cabin feels like the future minimalist, but wrapped in materials that belong in six-figure luxury cars. But the tension doesn't build, it explodes. The Yangwang U7 runs a quad-motor setup producing over 1,000 horsepower. That's not a typo. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in under 2.5 seconds. Top speed pushes past 175 miles per hour, and it still delivers a range of approximately 400 miles. That balance shouldn't exist, but it does. Then comes the most devastating part. The U7 is equipped with BYD's DYSUS X system, an advanced suspension that can independently control each wheel with such precision that the car can remain stable even during a tire blowout at highway speeds. It can dance, lean, and correct itself in ways that don't feel mechanical, but they feel alive. And the price? Expected to land around $100,000. For a car delivering hypercar performance, flagship luxury, and next-generation control systems, that number doesn't just compete, it disrupts everything above it. This isn't BYD catching up anymore. This is BYD taking the lead.